Today, we've got Jasmine Crockett tossing Temu Hitler bars, calling deportations kidnapping, and Stephen A. saying the quiet truth. This ain't it. All right, now roll it.
How Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas?
Nope.
Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work. Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency. Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas. I don't know. Maybe that just sounds ignorant because it's so simple. But it ain't that damn complicated.
Come on now.
We make it complicated. Damn, it's frustrating.
Yes, it is. Yes,
it really can be.
Sheldon Daniels, her opponent, Jasmine Crockett, that is, he wrote, "Glad people are waking up." Amen to that. Stephen A., he's not MAGA. He's more mainstream. And even he's like, what exactly are you doing for your district again? Outside of the roo-rah, to the ha-ha, to the hee-hee? Outside of what this meme is? Now, if your whole job is performative and anti-Trump, you're not serving the people. You're most likely just serving the camera. And speaking of serving the camera, watch how Crockett, watch what she does with the mic.
They talk a lot of noise, but these guys are weak. That's why they're over here trying to bully people. Bullies are always weak. The difference is they expect Democrats to kind of be the nice guys that we are. They expect us to take the punch and say thank you. Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we're about to beat you down.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are going to win. They understand that we have a Temu Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States. Well, I got another thing to tell you, sir. I am here to tell you that time is up for playing in our faces. The Democrats are not going to stand for this any longer. We know that we are standing for the people. And so long as we stand for the people, I absolutely believe the people are going to stand for us. They talk a lot of noise.
Temu Hitler. Cheap. Knockoff authoritarian. I'm telling you, keep lying for clicks. Zero policy for results. We're going to punch back. Lady, this isn't a boxing promotion right here. All right? That's not it. If the plan is sound, you don't have to threaten a beatdown. You show receipts. Jobs, safety, prices dropping, border secure. Like, where's the adult in the room? And when it comes to the border, her talking points get even wilder.
As far as I'm concerned, you randomly kidnapping folk and you throwing them out of the country against their civil rights, against their constitutional rights. And frankly, how would they feel if some other country decided that they were going to just start throwing people randomly in our country? Like, that is absolutely insane.
Yes, Jasmine, that is how illegal immigration works. I'm glad you could wrap your head around it. And I'm kind of confused what side you're on, because you just made an argument for secure borders. You said, how would we feel in the United States if another country started throwing their citizens into the United States? I'd ask you if that means you're flipping over to our side, but I'm not sure we want you. And random kidnappings. Be so effing for real. That is called law enforcement. I know under the last administration, you got used to things just being willy-nilly, but that's not how things work anymore. We're also past the time where you can just get on camera, say something absolutely ridiculous, and then most of the nation agree with you. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to figure out a new strategy because we all know better. It's kind of odd to me how so many people on that side really want to keep all these people here. I wonder why that is.
I wonder. Calling lawful removals kidnapping is propaganda. We can all agree on that, right? We can agree on that at least. That's not policy. It's propaganda. No country on earth hears, I broke in, and replies, welcome. Here's a stipend. You know what I mean? If you want compassion, pair it with order. Verify, vet, and enforce. That's how you do it. That's how you protect citizens and legal immigrants who did it the right way. I'm sure it can be so frustrating as they have to sit back and watch this. Now, zoom out to the big board. What time are we in?
You know why Democrats are losing their minds over Donald Trump, especially in this administration? Is because Donald Trump decided this time that he was coming for the bag. Under his first administration, we know when Donald Trump was running, he talked about draining the swamp, but there was a concerted effort from Democrats and Republicans to stop that man. We know this. But now, under this administration, I think, let's just be honest, the gloves are off. He has no more elections to run. Y'all done tried to lock the man up. You tried to bankrupt him. You tried to kill him. So he doesn't owe you any more pleasantries or any more courtesy. And I think Donald Trump has been very intentional since he got back into office to just get the job done, whether you like it or not. And I think that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at fuck around and find out. And unfortunately for many Democrats, you guys participated in lawfare. You participated in propaganda. You participated in rhetoric that endangered his life and the lives of so many Americans who did not fall in line with the leftist orthodoxy. And now you're seeing people pay the price. I believe that we're going to see more indictments. But the major thing I see is that Donald Trump is coming for the bag. You see it with USAID. You see it with cutting the funding to all these NGOs and nonprofits that have been used to launder money to these corrupt elected officials under the guise of diversity and equity and ESG and climate and even censorship. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump has basically cut the funding to all of the scamming, and they're pissed. And so they're going to do everything they can to obstruct him and to propagandize him to get the American people to be pissed off just enough to put that pressure on him. But here's the thing. After what y'all did to that man, he doesn't give a damn. So I just say y'all need to just sit back and enjoy the show, because we are entering the fuck around and find out phase. And I think we're going to see more indictments. And I think we're going to see more unhinged behavior from Democrats on the Hill, as well as so many of these people on the left who are out there just going crazy based on the propaganda that's being fed to them. So I'm going to just eat my popcorn and enjoy the show. Peace.
I know that's right. Now, whether you love or hate Trump, this era is consequences. You know, cutoffs to the NGO money, laundromat investigations, and yes, indictments. If you built your brand on hoaxes and hashtags instead of governing, FAFO comes due. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Bottom line. I don't hate anybody. I love my country enough to expect grown man results, right? Borders that mean something, prices that make sense, streets where my kids can breathe, your kids can breathe. That's not radical. That's what every normal household wants at the kitchen table, in my opinion. Stephen A. Smith, he ain't formally known as MAGA. And of course, like I said, he's more mainstream, but even he's seeing it. Performative politics is just not a job description. If your entire plan is hot takes about Trump, your constituents got left on red. Temu Hitler sounds clever in a tweet, but you know, if your metaphor needs Hitler to stand up, your policy is sitting down. Yeah, man. Deportation is not random kidnapping. It's what every sovereign nation does. Verified, enforced. Compassion without order is chaos. So less performance, more progress, less spectacle, more stewardship, less talking about America, more working for America. I'm just happy to be a part of Team Think over here, all right? I know these videos y'all been seeing getting shorter and shorter. Right now, I'm just testing out. I just want to be candid with my audience. I'm testing out some different formats in terms of the time frames and time structures right now to see how they all work with YouTube. So it's not that I'm doing this by any accident. It is all intentional. We will get back up to the 20, 22-minute video, 17, that range. But right now, we're just trying to test out this algorithm. I don't know what's going on, and I'm not going to sit here and pity about nothing. I'm just going to work. I'm going to work hard. And if you made it to the end of this video and all of that ramble-abadoo that I just got finished doing, put grown-ups only. Yeah, put grown-ups only. Y'all be safe. Please go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.